Right, I think I'm live. Hey, I'm live. I think I'm on day 6 or 7 of my 90-day challenge, and I think I'm actually going to try and extend it to a 365-day challenge because this is kind of fun, and I like popping on, and I love it when people pop on and like back to me. So this is fun, and it's helping me to learn to keep my word, and it is also helping me to strengthen my video skills and talking on the fly. One of my biggest anxiety provokers is talking to people like on the fly, because I have always had a bit of a stutter, and my friend says that she doesn't notice it, but I've always had a bit of a stutter, and it makes me self-conscious, and so I've always just been a little bit of a self-conscious when it comes to my speaking, so this is good for me. So anyways, today is, I think, day 6 or day 7 of my lives, of my 90-day challenge, and my family's at the gym right now. I'm going later to get some personal training with my friend, which I'm very excited about. I need to take my fitness to the next level, but my family's at the gym right now, and they go to a different gym than I do because they go to Planet Fitness, and I go over to Anytime Fitness because I just don't like all the people over there at Planet. So they're over doing their own thing. But man, lately, I tell you, being a step parent of a teenager is, man, guys, it's draining. Like, I love her and everything, but every day is a new drama, man. Every day is a new drama, and every day is a new something to be upset about, and I was trying to think back to when I was that age, and boy, I was a shitbag, and that's the truth. I was really, really naughty, so like any trouble she's given me, I have to really self-reflect and, apologize to my mom quite a bit, because I was a meth addict at her age. So like she's got her own little problems. The kids these days are a little bit different, but my problems were so like self-inflicted, and I grew up in Wyoming, and from a really young age I was curious, and I remember I didn't even really know what drugs were. I mean, like, I had heard about them kind of, but I didn't really know what they were, honest to God, until the DARE program came in. And then the DARE program in, like, I think it was like 5th or 6th grade, straight up maybe even 4th, made me curious about it. But I had always known that drugs were like bad. My grandma went to prison for heroin and for fraud, for forging bad checks when I was 10 years old. So like drugs were bad, and but somehow I ended up doing them. I ended up getting into that, and I think the first time I ever did drugs I was 15, and I had tried meth before I had ever even smoked weed, and I was actually addicted to meth from the time I was 15 until I was about 22, until I moved here, and I had like on and off bouts of it, and boy, we were just not, I just can't believe the adult level that we were operating. So, whenever I'm dealing with my stepdaughter, I have to kind of reflect on that, because, those of us who grew up before cell phones, we were a lot more mature and a lot more adult. Like, I remember my mom would be like, come home when the street lamps would come on. And I would come home when it started to get dark, and nowadays, if that was to happen, you'd be like freaking out wondering where your kids are. But I have to remember that I was once that age, and I was once a teenager, and I was once causing my mom headache. And so whenever I have headache with this, I have to remember that. And so, I wonder, are any of you out there step parents or parents of teenagers, and how are you guys doing out there? I mean, it's always it just feels like every day, I don't feel like, I understand my life isn't my own as much when I'm a parent, and I totally get that, but I feel like in this teenage level, there's so much emotion, and just like a storm is coming every day. Like right now they're both at the gym, and I'm here by myself, and I'm like, oh, I'm so like, oh my gosh, I love this moment of peace. I love this moment of peace. Just to sit here and enjoy and reflect and be here with my little dog, and hang out, and I don't know, my husband and I are going to go to this Alethea Writing Center retreat for veterans this weekend, and it's going to be at Warm Springs Inn, where we first lived together on Love Lane next to Warm Springs Inn. So this is going to be really special for us, and I'm so excited. It's just incredible to me how God works in our life. I've been kind of musing over that recently, even though our church life isn't as solid as it once was. When we first started going to Grace City, we were going as a family, and we really loved it, and it was super cool. And then, life started happening, and misunderstandings started happening, and then, my husband ended up going over to the Orthodox Church, and he loves it. He loves it. I think it's cool. I was going with him. It's a beautiful place. But that's where he wants to go. And then my daughter, Faye, my stepdaughter, she had some teenage drama there that, she doesn't want to go to the youth group there anymore. And, so we're trying Young Life, and she loves that. And we're going to do Sage Hills probably. And she really likes that church. So I'm feeling really like I don't know where I love Grace City, the community. I wish that we would get more into the Word. I feel like there's a big focus on this school, which is great. For the community, but at the same time, we need some more focus on God and the Word, and I'm just really craving that. And so I find myself kind of even drawn more to going to that Orthodox church with my husband, because it's more focused on the Word, so to speak. So I just feel really luckily, though, I do have a great group of women who have been praying for me, and I've been going to Bible study. My friend Kelly, and then my friend Leanna. I'm doing this Flourish mentorship through Grace City, which is really cool. So I'm trying to surround myself with older, godly women who can help mentor me through this, because I'm really struggling in my parental role. I've actually taken a big step back recently because there's been some really mean things said by teenagers, and I don't know, I realized I'm more sensitive than I thought I was. I know I've always been sensitive, but I don't know. So I'm trying to get into my teenage self and remember what it was like when I was that age, and kind of tune into that. But it's rough, because especially when you've come so far from that, it's hard to really kind of go back to that and remember what it's like. And people always tell me, be the person that you needed when you were younger. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, even though my mom was strict, my mom was pretty strict. She was the person I needed when I was younger. So I don't think that not being strict is necessarily the answer. So but it's doing it with love, right? And finding my way through that step parent role, and finding time for my own self-love and self-care, because I find that I'm always taking care of other people, but it's rough, right? How do you find time for everything? So if you guys are out there struggling, thank you for watching. Hi, Nora. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that everybody takes the time out to watch and hear my thoughts. I'm just rambling today. I don't really have my thoughts well enough together to share an actual valid point. I was just here alone, and I kind of wanted to hop on and get this done before my day takes off. But this week I will be popping on and having some valid points and stories, and I'll have some guests for my show, which will be cool. But I'm just reflecting today on what it was like to be a teenager, and I'm just reflecting in my own struggle and her struggle and our household struggle. It's just an ongoing daily thing, and I have a plan for my life and what I want to do, and then there's God's plan, and then I have my plan for my life and what I want to do every day, and then there's God's plan, and so I'm just sitting with God's plan today, and being a step parent, and recognizing that part of my day isn't always my own, and that's okay. So I'm going to go back to work tomorrow and be in the office, and that will be nice. I find that my office is my oasis and my place for just relaxing and getting away from all of it. I really It was funny the other day she said to me, little Faye says to me, oh, when I feel guilty because I've been planning moving out when I'm, turn 18 or whatever in my career, and I feel guilty because I don't want you guys to be alone. And I said that to her dad, and he laughed, and he goes, man, frankly, I miss our love nest, and I didn't even think about it that way, and, him and I haven't been getting along the best in the last couple months, and I think I know why now, and, I kind of miss that too, but I'm really blessed that I've had this opportunity, because I don't know if I'll ever have my own children, and at this point, after the teenage stuff, I don't know if I want to, really, so we'll see. We might just jump on into grandparenthood, who knows, but I'm just reflecting, it's just rough, it's just one of those things, and gotta just self-care, so I'm going to work out. Got personal training today. I'm so excited. Getting ready to take that next step in my physical fitness journey. I do work out 5 days a week. I lift weights and I do cardio. I'm ready to take that next step in my physical fitness journey, and I'm super stoked for it. So, yeah, Nora, it's rough, and I can see where the early 20s would be rough too. I think I almost wonder if that's harder because they're out on their own, and you have to let them swim, and I worry about that too. And so there's just a lot of variables. Being a parent's rough, but we're doing it. So we're doing it, and thank God for Alethea, and good tools and community and people that love us to help carry us through. So that's all I have for today. I'm going to have a couple guests on this week for my show. If you're not in my group, Lacy Listens, go ahead and pop over and join there. I have a couple of different segments I run. I have Lacy Listens, where I have people talk about how they're feeling and their emotions and go into an emotional journey. And they just talk for 10 minutes. And then I respond in a separate video with wisdom and information about how they can go on their journey with naturopathic interventions. And then I have story time, where if someone has an incredible story they want to share, I listen, and we have an interview style. And then I'm trying to find 20th century stories. So if I have anybody out there who is an elder and wants to share your life stories, I want to hear them. I want to capture them. I want to save them. I want to hear them. I got this idea about story time from a while ago. I want to say 10, 12 years ago. There was a truck. It was a van, a food truck here in Wenatchee, and it was called the Story Mobile or something. And it would have people come in and gather the stories. And so they would record stories, and then they would put them up on their YouTube channel. And this was a long time ago. And that it was just so cool, the gathering of stories. I think they turned it into a book, but that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to gather people's stories and keep them and solidify them and help them to just be saved, and help get the message out in the world. And I have pretty cool stories, but I love hearing other people's. So if you have a cool story to share, reach out to me and we'll get you scheduled. I have some really awesome people coming on. I really am stoked. I have someone that I'm so excited about. I can't even contain it. So, I look forward to hearing your stories, and I will be on tomorrow. I might pipe on and do another live today. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. If I come up with something, I don't really have a point to share today other than being a parent of a teenager is rough. Being a step parent's rough, and, help. Okay, that's it. That's my bitch for the day. I thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, Nora. I'm so glad that I found you on here. That's such a treat. See you guys later. Ciao.